the stud, the bull that they brought through.
Yeah.
That was doing all the freakiness with Cassie. He was like, yeah, at one point.
The Punisher?
Yeah, I don't know if it was him. I think it was a different guy.
Different one.
He was like, yeah, after every session, they collected my nut.
Yeah.
And they would collect it in a cup. And then he was like, this went on for months at a time. And so one day I was like, why are you guys collecting my nut? And he was like, I just like to see her play with it.
What's wrong with that? Diddy goes, what's wrong with that?
He said that?
Yeah.
And he was like, after that, they never asked again. But I was like, bro, they've been collecting your nut for 4 months,
And he
you
just
never
makes her play with it on a random day?
like a yo-yo.
Yo,
like a
you know
fucking...
you know how big a freak Diddy is? That's the one guy who got paid. Everybody else he wouldn't pay.
Oh, wow.
But he needed that get back, dude. I need you come back. I need you to come back. I need your comeback.
Literally.
Yeah.
Bro, but collecting in a cup is just hilarious to me. Like, he's bringing this guy in. It's like, all right, but you got a nut in the receptacle, and then we're gonna use it for later. And then he was like saving it. They'd like put it in the fridge and mark it and put the date on it.
No, they wouldn't.
I mean, I presume.
He
I mean,
could
you
have
don't
helped you out with it.
My life last year.
I mean, you don't want to get it mixed up. You know what I mean? You probably got other samples in
Oh
there.
my God.
He's like, yeah, if we want to play with the right one.
Yeah, I mean, like, what do we do? Like, if we can find out that you have a genetic disposition to this behavior,
Yeah.
what do we do with them?
I don't think this is nature as much as nurture. I think this develops over time.
Oh,
like
see,
you said, the power thing.
I think it's Nate. I think it's you're born with it.
Yeah, I think it's nature. Who did he learn this shit from?
Yeah, I think it's.
Well, I believe what he was saying earlier, which is just like a power thing. Like I'm just controlling this whole situation.
But I think you're born with that.
It's like, sociopathy.
Yeah, you have a
okay.
you have a sociopathy,
Valid.
and maybe there obviously are like nurturing elements.
Yeah. No, this
that like
is okay, I
push
see
you
what you're saying.
towards that.
Yes.
But like you have to, on some level, just not have any care for the people around you.
Yeah.
And just this insatiable desire to, it's not even be loved or appreciated. He likes being Diddy, the figure, but it's more like the power that being loved and appreciated gives him. Because if it was just be loved and appreciated, he would just be an artist.
Yeah.
They get loved and appreciated, end of story. Nah. He needs to tell motherfuckers what to do. He gets off on that shit.
Yeah.
That
Control.
infamous phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which I think that
I'm
was
a savage.
that was built up, I think. After rewatching it, it was like, yeah, I don't even think there was anyone on the phone.
No,
Oh.
you know how then I know there was? Because he slams it, he screams, I'm a savage, whatever, and he notices the phone is off of the thing, and he corrects it. He's like, uh-oh, I hope they didn't hear that. Like, there's a moment where he's a little concerned. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, this just feels like a little performative to me. But I don't know.
But it was because this was being shot for Making of the Band, so he probably was turning it up a little bit.
Oh yeah, and but also I think this is when he was like using drugs. He started using drugs heavily in like what 2011 or 7 or something like that.
I think he was always using drugs, to be honest with you. I
His
think
boy said he wouldn't even drink before, and then at some point he just went all the way with it.
Maybe.
I have a hard time believing that a guy that aspires to be a gangster does not consume alcohol or marijuana. I have a hard time.
Really?
Yeah.
I think the opposite.
Yeah, I think so
No,
too.
he's a control freak. He loves control.
Yeah.
And alcohol and drugs take you out of control.
Exactly.
So he's like constantly in control until he's realizing how fun Molly is. And he's like, all right, I'll try a little bit.
Yeah.
And then gets on a wave. I can see that.
And then that was like he would work for like 14 days straight, and his whole thing on all his IG lives that they're playing is how hard he works, how nonstop he goes. I'm doing X, Y, Z. You're doing some kind of uppers to keep that pace up.
Yeah.
And ride that wave, you would call it.
And not to compare them, the two of them, but it's like Trump also likes to be like in control, and he's a no alcohol, no drug guy also.
That's very interesting.
And he also doesn't pay people when he
Maybe we gotta worry about these sober motherfuckers.
Oh yeah, if somebody's sober, I don't trust you.
I do shrooms.
Yeah, if you don't, you need something. Like something. Yeah, if you sober, I don't trust you.
Oh man.
You gotta drink or something. I don't know.
Do you look at everybody who's with Diddy in a video, like some rapper that's famous, I'm not even want to name names, but they're next to Diddy, and it's like, you gotta know something.
So I thought about this because, like, there's one way of looking at this and going, why are all the people that are in this documentary that they're doing 30 years later, why are you guys speaking up now? Where were you for the last 30 years? I don't think we can make these people heroes in the documentary. Obviously, like the women that like were sexually abused, assaulted, they're terrified. They're trying to speak up, and nobody wants to take
he's a
their
powerful
case.
guy.
It's very different. But like none of these people speaking up now are heroes, but they did the right thing in that, like, if the things that they're saying are true, even if it's 30 years later, saying what happened is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't make you a hero,
And
but
it's
it's better
still
than not
brave.
saying anything
And
at all.
also,
It's
he
still brave.
And it's so brave because there's
Yeah.
motherfuckers that don't want to see Diddy go down.
He also destroys you. He takes everything. He takes your credibility. You can't get a job. He's the kind of guy who fucking ruins you.
Also,
Yeah.
he allegedly kills people.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm in this industry.
yeah.
He knows where I live. I'm not going to say shit.
He's getting away with all this stuff. So it is, I completely understand why you're not saying anything. Male, female, whatever, doesn't matter. I completely get why you're not saying anything. I'm actually asking famous rappers who are with Diddy, and everybody, I think I heard whispers. We all see some crazy shit, and it's like, oh, you're still next to him. Do I look at you? What's the empathetic way of looking at that guy? Because there's a part of me that's judgmental, but it's easy to judge from here, from the couch. But the part of me that's judgmental is like, you had to know something. You're right there.
So what I would ask you is, how bad is Diddy compared to the dudes that they grew up with that might be involved in criminal shit?
I would think worse. Because
Maybe.
the lines he's pushing are like, yo, this is crazy.
Maybe, depending on how you grew up. But like, if you grew up in the hood and like, you're affiliated with the gang and like, have
He's like, I'm going to blow some guy's car. And you go, well, yeah, that tracks. He's a gangster.
Yeah.
And I grew up around gangsters and they would
kill people and,
So this
sell
track-
drugs and shoot
And
at the ops.
also, I don't think Diddy went around saying, hey, I just beat up Cassie and did this and did that or whatever.
Right.
It's all rumor shit. Like, we all heard the rumors about the shit, but just being out at a fucking brunch party with Diddy doesn't necessarily mean you're going to see all the shit that he's up to.
Maybe you're right. I think, well, from my understanding, some of the shit was public. He hit his first wife, just fucking punched her in the face in public or whatever, out on the street. And maybe you're right that these guys are
that
seeing
wasn't
that
public
shit.
like he was indicted for it. That's a buddy of him who was with him who's talking on the dock saying that thing happened.
And look, I'm not convinced of my position, but I'm going to push back. It's the Shine thing. There's like so many things that you're like, yo, this guy, there's some weird shit going on with this guy.
Yeah, but with Sean, there was enough like muddiness,
deniability.
plausible deniability, where it's like, hey, maybe it could have been Shine. They both had their guns out. They both shot the guns. So it's like,
Shine
we really
is
don't know
awesome, dude.
who really shot him.
That's the other thing. It's very possible Shine did do it.
Yeah.
So, but again, the point is that like at this time in hip hop, now it's different. It's all theater kids. But at this point in time in hip hop, like if the dudes rapping weren't real, their crew was real.
Yes.
And the money backing a lot of these hip hop labels was drug money. So it's like, if you were to get signed to someone in New York, how are you not going to be affiliated? Name the label that's not affiliated. Like, just name it.
I'm telling you.
It
it went back and forth. Either
Jay got
he
his
made money in the
Biggs.
in
What is
music.
it? Biggs put the money up for rock, right?
Yeah, part
And
of
that's
it,
drug money.
Yeah.
So you're connected with drug money and nefarious actors no matter how you do it. Maybe Def Jam towards the end had gotten really cleaned up. But like, what was Murder Inc.?
Yeah.
They
But
had
even
tough
think
guys
of-
there. Like,
even with Def Jam, they were just the label that signed, but they know all the artists was up to fuck shit. So it's
Hell
like,
yeah.
they were
That's
aware
fair.
of shit.
That's fair. I just want to have the conversation because it did cross my mind. I didn't have a hard position, but I was like,
I just think when you see foul shit with
All the time.
regularity,
Yeah.
you become numb to it. And in retrospect, you look back and you're like, oh my God, that's a fucking evil ass dude.
Yeah.
But also, like, just talking to 50 from, what life was like in New York between the gangs at that time. Like, he told me, like, some of these guys are like real life schizophrenic serial killers. Like, he would go meet with some of these dudes in jail because, he does like life right stuff for all these shows. And they would say shit like, yo, man, I'm out in 20 days. And he'd be like, what? He's like, yeah, man, I can't wait, man. I'm out in 20 days. And 50 would be like, is he really getting out in 20 days? Like, this guy's spending the rest of his life here. And he'd be like, oh, these guys are completely crazy.
Yeah. And either they lost it before or all the shit they went through made them lose it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
or they were already,
But like, there's actually like the trauma. I don't think goes away. You know what I mean? Like, you kill people in the streets, like that affects your brain.
Yeah.
And every day you're thinking that retaliation is coming.
You're paranoid everywhere
And
you go.
to your point, that girl Capricorn Clark was like, I grew up with a mom that was, I forget how she was like Diddy, but she was a lot like Diddy. So I just knew how to navigate that and I knew how to deal with that. So that's why I could be his assistant so well. So a lot of these guys probably like, yeah, I know how to deal with this trauma.
Exactly. And also, let's take Fabulous, for example. Like, Fab would get money from doing ads for Ciroc. But Diddy would confront him and be like, yo, why we never party? Like, what's up with you, homie? It's like, so he was keeping his distance, but he also knew how to play the game. It's like, hey, I'm going to get my check over here. So it's like, I think there was a lot of people navigating like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what did Diddy eventually actually go to prison for? Do you remember what the actual charges were?
Violations of the Mann Act. They said this. This is the thing they said at the beginning and the end of the episode. Violations of the Mann Act and I think prostitution.
Yeah, I think that is the Mann Act. Like,
Hey, man. In the
Sexual
last episode, where was that guy from, that juror? Because if he's Indian, that's a bad fucking look for us.
Wait, what happened?
He said, they're asking the juror, 2 jurors are willing to come forward, and one of them has an accent. I can't tell. It might be Indian, but he's like, yeah, I don't know. It just seemed like it was him and Cassie. It was just a hot and cold relationship. You know what I mean? They just loved each other. You know, you're seeing these text messages. I don't know. Sure, it's not consensual, but then, you know, he's beating her up, but then she said she loves him.
Sometimes the internet has a hard time understanding unconventional relationships. Okay? They jump to conclusions about certain things. Okay? Diddy, Cassie, other people, maybe on this podcast. You don't know anything.
Dude, jury selection must
Can
have
you
been
not
fire.
compare?
Sorry, exactly. You're Cassie. You know? Yeah, you are 100% Cassie.
Oh, man.
I will say the hotel room you're getting dragged through is much more expensive than a fucking Motel 6 or whatever she was getting ripped through.
So that was crazy. You got her at an Intercontinental?
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
You got to take her to a place
billionaire.
where guys are also beating their wives, so it doesn't seem that
So it blends in with the
dissimilar.
sound.
Exactly.
but also, I heard he would pay for the floor he's on, above him and below.
You can't rent out the 3 floors of the 4 Seasons, but you can do that. You know.
Damn.
Yeah.
Man, when I'm watching that video, every time I'm like, take the stairs, dude. What are you doing taking the elevator?
Yeah, it's like a horror movie.
Yeah.
Right, leave the
Yeah.
shoes. You don't
Yeah.
need your shoes. Run.
Yeah.
And then he's just lurking in the towel.